our home and native land, Toronto's newest pulp culture podcast, covering your favorite comics, collectibles, media, nerderific origin stories, and more. Hosted by your northern neighbor, Joey Pangolinin. Here it is, nerdos and nerdettes, Comics Inc.
Hey nerdos and nerdettes, it's Joey from Comics Inc. And we're here with a very, very special super cappy guy. And also we have the crew in the house today, starting with...
Sorrel.
Jeff. Leonard.
Kenya.
And our special guest is...
Sammy.
Captain America.
Oh,
No, not at all. That was great. Sammy.
Yes, otherwise known as Captain America, but you can also call me Steve Rogers. How's it going?
Okay. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, well, I got started in cosplay, if you will. I guess technically, I could say 2013. It started kind of as a fluke thing. I'm an actor here in the Greater Toronto area, and I was on the website Mandy.com, which is the sort of go-to resource for most actors in this city looking for new gigs. And sure enough, I came across a posting for a lady who was hiring actors for performances to go to kids' birthday parties. Mm-hmm. And said, dressed up as a superhero, must have your own car, this, that, whatever. I thought, oh, this sounds interesting. Okay, sure, I'll look into it. Well, sure enough, I got my start, and currently she had me start off as Spider-Man, mm-hmm. and I would go to a birthday party. I entertained the kids for about an hour, and it's a very rewarding experience. And the more I did it, the more I expanded my character roster: Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America, Jedi Knight, even Jack Sparrow at one point. I realized I want to see if I could take this to the next level. So that's how I even came to learn of what cosplay was, because to me at that point it was just wearing a costume, you're having some fun. So once I started realizing what people were doing and how the quality of the costumes they were wearing, I thought, oh my god, I'm seriously lacking behind. Like I could take this up to the next level and maybe make more of an impression. So Captain America was I guess you could say the one that I was most enamored with, because he is my favorite. Well, maybe he is my favorite Marvel character, because Ghost Rider sadly has just kind of fallen out of the limelight in recent years.
They're kind of back with Spirits of Vengeance right now too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Johnny Blaze, not Danny Ketch.
I know.
Danny Ketch doesn't get any love for whatever reason. He's the guy who made Ghost Rider cool. Anyway, so Captain America was the one that I was most interested in, mostly because I love the suit, and quite frankly, who doesn't love that shield? It's just awesome to walk around with. And I like what Captain America stands for, truth, justice, and really standing up for the underdog. Especially being someone who, I'll admit, I was a victim of bullying when I was a kid, and seeing the way he stands up for the little guy, and how it's always support the people around you, especially those who can't fight back. Mm-hmm. There's a great line in the first Avenger where he says, "I don't want to kill anybody, I just don't like bullies," mm-hmm. and that really resonated with me.
Cool.
So, yeah.
There you go, Kenya.
Yeah. So you've already listed off the characters that you've been cosplaying as, but tell us a little bit more about your experience, particularly as Captain America, since he's the one that resonated with you. Like, is there a particular memory that really stood out, or a moment?
Most recently, yes. A mutual friend of ours, Dave,
mm-hmm.
who is a trainer at Combat Arts, where that's my gym where I train. He brought me in to help me with a kids Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class in costume, obviously, and that's probably the most rewarding thing. Well, really across this cosplaying in general, but in particular, working with kids and giving them a role model and showing them that, listen, anyone can be a hero. And the lesson that I always try to teach kids, whether I'm at a gym, a charity event, or a birthday party, I tell them being a superhero does not mean being a super soldier, or being able to climb walls, or being from Krypton, or whatever the case may be. It's just about doing the right thing in life and always ensuring that you love and respect your fellow human being. You'd be surprised. Mm-hmm. Sometimes all you have to do is smile at somebody, give them a handshake, a high five, or even a hug, and you can turn their day around on a dime like this. And sometimes that's all it takes in order to be someone else's hero. In particular, okay, so those are the fun, happy memories. Now, some of the more... Okay,
I don't happy?
I don't want to say not so happy, but if I may be a bit... let's put it this way. when you go to a kid's birthday party,
Yeah.
and you put on a spandex suit. This is when I'm dressed up as Spider-Man. You get a lot of insight into the, how can I put this delicately? The love life, if you will, of the parents of toddlers. And some of the mothers are not shy, shall we say.
Oh, God.
Not
Oh,
in the
my
slightest.
God.
Go on.
So I just want to say that this one, and I point to Kenya, already said fuck in the last episode, so you can be as vulgar as you want to be.
I
She broke the swearing seal.
Okay, well,
The Jenny Slate and
Yeah.
well, this story, these two stories actually don't involve swearing for what it's worth, because I'm Captain America. I don't swear. Language.
Good point. Good point.
Let's see. In 2014, this was I think the first time it ever happened. No, the second time. Sorry, I was playing Spider-Man, and the nature of Spider-Man means I'm on the ground and I'm crawling around because I have to make it as authentic as possible. So at the end of every party, I pose for photos with the kids, whatever. And then the parents start getting involved. Now, bear in mind, for your male audience, guys, just a heads up, some of these parents are your stereotypical soccer moms, like we're talking long blonde hair, legs, everything.
Dodge Caravan.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
mom groups on Facebook.
So some of them come over and they're like, "Hey, Spider-Man, can we have a photo taken with you?" Yeah, sure, no problem. Now, it's not just a matter of they'll stand next to me. No, that arms around, giving me hugs, that sort of thing. And then at one point, one of them not so subtly asks, so when's the adult party going to happen? And I'm thinking,
my God.
look, I'm flattered.
Magic Peter.
Yeah, I think to myself, look, I'm not offended, none of that. It's just, if this is the one bit of entertainment you're going to have in your life, I say go for it. Just please bear in mind your husbands are in the room too. I don't need to get into a fight with anybody. That's not why I'm
You are Spider-Man. At that point,
And then the most interesting incident actually involved, it was at a charity event of all places at St. Michael's Hospital in December of 2016. I remember this just like it was yesterday. Oh my word.
Was it just yesterday?
Well, it feels like it.
Yeah.
So there I was working a meet and greet, actually with Disney princesses at the time. And so I'm in costume, I'm meeting, I'm greeting, I'm having a grand old time doing my thing.
So sorry, who were you in costume as?
Captain America.
Oh, I was going to say Belle.
My apologies, should have been. So there I am, and there's this man sitting in a wheelchair just across from me, and he must have been in his 40s, I think, or something. And he waves me over. He says, hey, Cap, come here. I want to tell you something. Okay, no problem. So I walk over there. I figure maybe he wants my autograph. He wants a photo. No, come closer. I want to whisper to you.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So I lean on in. Hand to God. He says to me, my cock is getting hard just looking at you.
We were just talking about creepy old guys in the gym today. Oh, no.
I did not break character. Oh, no, I refused to. So I took a step back for a second, and So I looked at him, I said, well, sir, I'll take it as a compliment. Merry Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Turned around and I walked away.
How awesome would it be if he was like, sir, language!
That is a testament to your acting abilities that you didn't break character in that moment.
Oh, my God.
But they make for fun stories, and again, it's just adventures in cosplaying, if you will.
Other than those really terrible, super awkward, but also entertaining stories, what's the most difficult aspect of cosplaying for you?
Right now, it's wearing the costume itself. The suit that I have, it's a combination of faux leather, polyester, and it's mostly leather and a polyester. And when you're running around with kids, especially in a jungle gym or on the training mats, oh my God, I shed any and all water weight that I'm currently holding. No, it gets hot under that thing.
I should try cosplay, guys.
It's like a personal sauna.
Really, it is. It is quite difficult in that sense. I mean, even the lighter costumes, like Spider-Man, for instance, sure, it is the one-piece suit, but when you're wearing the mask and you're running around, sometimes you do have to take a second just...
Do you need someone to help you, get into these costumes?
The Captain America suit, sometimes yes, because the chest piece that has the star on it, I have to zip it up from behind. So unless I'm really creative with how I'm putting it on, it is easier just to ask someone, hey, would you mind zipping me up?
There is a girl trick, and I don't know if Cyril and Kenya do this, but it's the paperclip trick. where you
I've heard of this.
yeah,
yes,
or
With the
you
paperclip on the zipper.
yeah, kind of bit. But I mean, if it's kind of like sheery material,
I
then
have very terrible flexibility, so I just stick to if
That
it's in the-
dexterity,
if it's in the
though.
front, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can just wear it backwards. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you could always just ask the moms to help you out. I'm pretty sure that they
Oh yeah,
It's not going up.
lower.
lower. Whoa, too low. Lower.
But in addition to that, also too, it's keeping the costume clean as well, because it has to be dry clean. Like washing this at home is simply not an option, and of course
No.
that does add up over time, and I have to take that into. I don't mean to. I know this might sound harsh, but it's something I have to take into consideration when someone hires me. It's like, well, just so you know, there are costs associated with it. So,
Yeah.
But I'm always happy to entertain.
Cool.
So.
That's cool. And that is why, guys, he is not in costume with us right now, because
No.
Cap suits up the dry cleaners.
I know.
It is, yes.
How funny is that though when you like go to your dry cleaners and they're like, can we help you, sir? He's like, well, can I pick up my suit?
Actually,
and then they think it's like an actual tuxedo and stuff, and it's actually the Star Spangled suit.
Actually, my dry cleaner, he's really cool about it. He's the one who took my measurements, and so I take it with him on a regular basis. He gets a kick out of it. In fact, he's even mended my Spider-Man costume on more than one occasion. I told him what I do, and he thinks
See,
it's awesome.
your dry cleaners is actually your Aunt May too.
You could say
Yeah.
that, yes.
Yeah.
I was
Uncle
thinking-
May?
I was thinking Edna Mode.
Edna
Yeah.
Mode, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what's next for you and Captain America? Like when are you going to make?
In terms of what I'll be doing next, I do have my eyes on a Batman suit next, actually. See, I take my cosplay very seriously.
Very nice.
Now, there is... One thing I don't like about the cosplay community is there seems to be this notion of you are not a real cosplayer if you don't make
I've
the
heard
suit
that.
yourself.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
said
Look,
that.
I'm sorry, I don't have... First of all, I don't have the know-how. I mean, the way some of these costumes are made, they're amazing.
Yeah.
But I simply don't have the knowledge of how to make them myself, nor do I have the time or the resources. So it's easier for me to purchase something that's pre-made. And when I get into character, I'm not just, oh yeah, I'm dressed up as Batman, or yeah, I'm Cap, what's going on? No. Because I'm an actor, I like to actually get into the mind of the character and behave the same way that this person would in a given situation. So the Batman suit that I'm looking at is one that's made by an organization called AS Division. They're based in Australia, and this chap was fortunate enough to base his Dark Knight suit off of actual molds from the movie. So,
How do you get a hold of that, eh?
So we're talking professional quality Dark Knight suit. And listen, I'm sorry, but Batfleck is so overdone and so overrated at this point.
You don't like that Batfleck, eh? What about Bat Nips?
I mean, you can always bring that back.
No, I know about Batnips. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, the
my
90s,
childhood, though.
the 90s are coming back, so you never know.
And the truth
Could
is,
be a thing.
It's Batman in Levi's jeans.
the thing is with Batfleck, look, if I want to dress up as a murderous psychopath, I dress up as the Joker. Sorry, Ben Affleck, but
Sure.
just, nah, man.
Ben Affleck, by the way, I hope you're listening to us. Comicsin.ca if you want to visit our website.
Christian Bale was the best Batman, hands down. Even with,
That's your guy, huh?
Even with his throaty voice, it worked.
Can
Okay.
you do it?
I'm Batman.
There we go.
What about, where is she?
Where is she?
Yeah, like isn't that the line?
Yeah.
Like,
that's a
Oh
line.
yeah. Where what is it?
Where were the other trucks going?
There we go.
nice. Nice. All right.
God, swear to me!
Nice. Nice.
Now, when doing a Batman party, that is very hard to do for a whole hour, quite honestly.
Yeah, and your raspiness in your voice lasts throughout the whole week.
So one thing that I actually have found, if you can believe this, there are honest-to-God voice modulators that can be purchased and will
No.
computerize your voice to sound like
This is
Batfleck
adding
or
to your
Green-
budget and adding and
It
adding.
does, but again, but see, here's the thing. That I'm willing to bear that because that's how seriously I take it. I want
Right.
See, like there are times when I wear the Captain America suit, not just when I'm around the kids, but even with the parents. I see that look in their eyes where they do the, wait, are you? There's that they do that
Yeah,
double
yeah.
take. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
Actually, you do have his lower part of the face too, like the Chris Evans like lower half of the face.
Would
So
you grow a beard?
Oh yeah, but every time that I do put on the suit, I like to make sure I'm clean shaven just because it adds to the look. Now I know Chris Evans is going to have a full thick beard come Infinity War, but we'll see what happens. He also doesn't wear his
see.
helmet, and I can't exactly show up to a party without my helmet on because no one's going to believe me.
yeah, and you gotta have the new shield, right?
Yeah, he has that triangular Wakandan
Yeah.
style
Wakanda
that
shield.
that he's running around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about your other fandom. is Jurassic Park, because you're known on Instagram as the Jurassic Geek. So tell us a bit more about that. Like, how did you become...
Well, Jurassic Park is the